Hi, I'm Natalie, So Hungry Hippie, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make an easy zipper case out of Deep Space soft vinyl. I'm going to show you step by step, so you don't need to be worried about anything. All you need is this soft vinyl. You need some SF101 interfacing and a lining out of quilting cotton. Oh, and a zipper, of course. So if you want the kit, I've got the kit available for purchase for a limited time. If you want to use your own materials, that's fine too. But I'm going to have a couple of different things in this video because we're using soft vinyl. And I just want to give you the confidence to get going and do it. So you'll also need the pattern. The measurements are in the pattern. All right. All right, get your sewing machine. Let's get to it. But first of all, I'm going to be making the size large. So I've got my 2 pieces of soft vinyl here. I've got my 2 pieces of quilting cotton and my SF101. And right now I'm just going to press the SF101 to the wrong side of the lining material. I use my iron's high temperature setting with no steam. I just make sure that it's really fused well before proceeding. So as you can see, I cut my SF101 a little bit bigger. Sometimes it shifts, so I just like to have it all the way around, and then I'll come back later and trim it to be perfect. There. We're just going to take this 2x2 square, fold it in half, and slip that zipper end to touch the fold. All right? And there it is. And I'm going to sew right along that edge. Let me grab a clip. Note that because we're using the soft vinyl, the zipper tabs are a little smaller than they are in the pattern. So we're doing 2x2 instead of 2x3. And if you wanted to make it even a little shorter for a larger opening, feel free. I'm going to take it to the machine and sew those down. So here's my zipper. Now, you can't really see this thread and it's white, but if it makes you feel better to use a blendable, like darker colored thread, then go ahead and do it. Because I'm using my sewable zippers, there's no problem running right over the teeth because they're made of nylon. Trim your zipper tabs to the width of the zipper tape. And you're ready to start assembling the pouch. First, we're going to start working with the exterior piece. Determine how you want what to be the top and bottom. Take your zipper and place it centered and right side down. So the vinyl and the zipper are right sides together. There's about a finger width of space on the ends. That's what you want. I get a lot of emails of people questioning this method. Trust the process. Just trust it. You want this space on the ends, okay? We don't want puckered zipper corners. All right. Now we're just going to sew all the way down on this side. Might want to put on your zipper foot. Make sure your zipper pull is to the left so that you're not sewing over it. Okay, this is sewed down. now we are going to take one of our lining pieces, place it right sides down, match the top edges, match the sides. Use clips to hold in place. I'm going to flip mine over since I'm going to be looking at it, sewing it from this side. All right, let's take this over to the machine and sew right on top of that stitching we just made. Okay, so here it is. Both sides are attached. Flip this up, give it a strong press here with your fingers, and then just fold it to the back side and give it another press here. Make sure this is pressed down. I'm going to use the iron. You can briefly touch it on the right side, but if I were you, just get a little cloth. If you're gonna, like I just pressed it from the right side. Nothing happened, it's fine. But to my people, I recommend you get a little cloth and do it, because I just don't want you to mess anything up. Okay, this side is done. We're gonna attach the other side and then we'll top stitch both at the same time. Okay, so this is how it looks here. Let's take our other side, place it on the workbench like this. Take the right side of the exterior and place it right sides together. Match that top edge with the top edge of the zipper. Make sure it's centered. You got a finger space on each side, and use clips to hold in place. And we're going to repeat the exact thing we just did. Sew all the way across. Okay, that other side is attached. Lay it so the lining is facing you. Take your remaining lining piece, right sides together. Match the top edge, center the sides, make sure everything is good. Clip in place. Now flip it over. Sew right along that stitching line we just sewed. Okay, this side is on. I'm going to press that away and then flip it over, press that away. Make sure your lining is not in your zipper teeth here. Press everything away on both sides. I'm going to take it over to the ironing board again. You may only need to iron the lining from the lining side. That's usually what I do. I just press it, make sure it's pressed correctly on the other side. Yep, looks good. A top stitch. I'm going to come all the way down. turn my stitch length up a bit. So for this, I make sure these layers are together really nicely. If you want to put a clip in, you can feel free to do that. Now we're going to cut out our boxed corners, and I do both layers at one time, but if it makes you feel better to divvy them up, then please do so. Use my ruler and make sure I'm at the right measurement. There's one. I take my time here. Sometimes I use my rotary cutter and sometimes I use scissors. Use whatever you are most comfortable using. Okay, the boxed corners are cut. So now you're going to take your lining and pin those together. And then same with your exterior. Okay, so the whole thing is pinned. Now what I like to do is go sew down each side. Then I sew across the outer bottom, the exterior bottom. And then I sew here to here and here to here and leave this open. All right, let's go sew. You're going right by the zipper tabs. You're not sewing over the zipper tabs. That's why we left that space. Take all the pins out. We're almost done. Now you're just gonna take those corners, put your finger inside, and then flatten out that seam just like this. Nest your seams. So one is going this way, one is going that way. That'll help lock them. And then I like to grab the seams when I'm pinning to make sure they sit flat like that. And then we're just gonna be sewing right across here. Now remember, this is the lining, so I have a bit of a gap here in the middle. So take your time, might want to do a finger sweep, make sure everything is flat. It might take you a little bit to get this right. That's okay. I've made a gajillion zipper pouches. So if I'm going too fast, pause it and catch up. Okay, same with the exterior, pulling apart the corners, flattening them out, nesting the seams. Now you can use clips here, especially if you're using a different material than this soft vinyl. But because this is soft vinyl, I know I can pin it and I'm fine. That's why I love it, because you can treat it just like fabric. And now I'm going to go to the other side. I kind of like, you know, grocery bags or plastic bags, when you're trying to get them apart from one another, you kind of got to go like that. Like garbage bags. Do you ever do that? Can't get your garbage bag to open. Okay, so we're just going to sew right across here, right across here. Take that pin out. Yay! Okay. So now, oh my gosh, I forgot to open the zipper. That's all right, I can get it with my nail. That's why I love these zippers, because if you ever do that, see, I just did it that easy. You can open it really easily. Push those corners out. Now, this is key. When you're pushing your zipper tabs out, you got to come in here and push with your thumb. You have to really see how it just wants to sit all pinched and weird looking. Come in here. Use your thumb or a painting brush or a chopstick or a corner pointer, really anything, and really push those out. See how that looks really clean and nice? All right, we're almost there. I'm gonna push these corners out. I'll close the lining real quick and I'll meet you right back here. All right, sewn shut. There it is. Gorge. So fast and easy. So there it is. There's your easy zipper case in soft vinyl. Isn't it pretty? It just catches the light. It's a totally cloudy day. There's no sunshine at all, but this is still picking up whatever light it can find. I love it. Oh, thanks for liking and subscribing. It helps me motivate myself to make more of these. All right, I'll see you soon.